Welcome to the troll hunt today, 4/18 of 2018. I'm Fishy, and we are going to look through about a dozen profiles that I've identified already. So we're not going to go digging into groups today and necessarily finding some new fakes. I have these already figured out, but I want to show you today the process that I go through when I check out a particular fake. So we're going to take some time and do that. We're going to look at the profiles really extensively and carefully so that we can see exactly what looks suspicious on a regular basis, patterns that emerge. We'll identify those, and that will come in handy for people who end up running up against trolls anywhere. But also looking in things like, say, friend requests. When people send friend requests to you and they don't look legitimate, then it's possible, that they fit one of these patterns. And if I show you, you can identify it, you'll be better able to report the fakes and get rid of them. But at the same time, I can document for Facebook where I think they're falling down on the job. I'm an amateur. I have been only searching these things out for a few months, really tracking fakes since maybe January, February. So it isn't as though I'm, an expert at this who's been at it for a long time. This is something that I just learned rather quickly out of necessity. And it was something because I kept coming up against all this fake news, these fake posts, and why would people have all these fake posts out there unless they intended to do something wrong with that or to do something that wasn't quite legitimate? So that was when I started looking into these, started looking into who was posting this fakery. And then as I got into developing, more information about that, then I was able to do a better job of identifying. It got better and better. So this is the kind of thing that it's a skill that you can learn. It's not impossible to learn, and it's not it doesn't take all that much skill to learn these things. It's just a matter of putting some effort in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking you to my spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet that I use when I track fakes. And it's a massive spreadsheet. I'll just scroll up for you to see hundreds and hundreds of accounts that I've reported. Yellow, when you look at these, yellow means that those were taken down from Facebook. Facebook agreed with me that they were fake and took them down. The pink ones are a little stickier. They're harder to get around. But you'll see how this is going to be easier, I think, for people who start to pick up the patterns. Here I'm having a little difficulty with this batch. Facebook is really pushing back on some of these. If some of you have seen the Sadmira BB video we did, we still only have 1 out of the 7 taken down. And there are 8 Sadmira BBs. I've forgotten about one. I should have added it there. Here we get into a lot of pink. This is the first round that got reported. All these 2s here today on this side, these 2s indicate that I've sent a second notice to them. I've reported the profile, and then they rejected it as being not against community standards. Then I sent back feedback on the forum for all these. I know one of them already, this Brianna Jack today, was reported and they rejected it, and then I sent links and then they removed it. So it isn't impossible. It's something that can be done. It just may take a time or two. And so all of these profiles, I have little notes. I have highlighted when they've been taken down. I have my initial when I've actually reported them. A lot of these I've just held off because they weren't as desperate. These links over here, if I found a profile online somewhere, a picture online somewhere, like, with Russian brides or something like that, I would note it so that I could come back after I reported it. And so on and on, all of these. Here's the twins videos. We still have those 2 out of the 17 that haven't been taken down. And then the second twins video that we did, these yellow ones, they still haven't taken a lot of those twins down as well. So I set these aside down at the bottom so that we could look at them one at a time very carefully. Ethan Carter, we've talked about in a video before. It's come back. I've got it notated here pink because it's come back. This is not against community standards. So we're going to go and look in here. Ethan is the one, if you remember, when we looked at his photos had the name, someone named Tyson in his photos in military uniform. So right away, that's suspicious. Almost any profile that you see with military, you do well to check it against, other indicators. Here's all these pictures of Ethan, and then there's this one. That's kind of odd, but we'll check in more about Ethan. His check-ins are non-existent. Here, he's got the Real Madrid football team, soccer team, really. Likes some things, some interesting things. So, books, etc. And pages. And then a bunch of Trump-related groups. Again, this is so common. And also a very large Hurricane Strong group, which might just be, indicative of somebody wanting to find a place to put some traffic. 300,000, 350,000 people is a pretty good number to go looking. So, we've looked at Ethan. We're going to see if he's posting. He is still posting currently because April 16th, we have here Monday, Hillary Clinton post and something in the largest group ever, shared from largest group ever. So not much to this profile really, but we know it's not Ethan Carter because the guy in the photos is named Tyson. So that's kind of funny. What I did, and this is thanks to Sarah who taught me about this tool, and I will show this to you because this is kind of fascinating. If I put Ethan's link to his profile in there, I get all kind of information about Ethan. I can look at the groups. This is public groups that Ethan's in, and this has more groups than his profile shows. So there are more groups to dig up information on. Tony Lahren, Trump Pence, Friends Who Like Trump. I can see those groups. I can also see what kind of posts that Ethan's making here all together so that I don't have to go searching in all these places. I can find out that he's posted in 2020 Trump for President group, largest group ever, Donald J. Trump news, the same post over and over about Comey, and then this post about Mattis. And so he's been doing this in Trump-related groups over and over and over. And you can see just this is a typical pattern for this guy. We've looked at this in other ones before. Started a new job at U.S. Army. Oh, that's interesting. In March, really? Do you think? And then down here, started new job at Troll Days, the Timeliners. I don't know what that is, but I put a pin in that to check it later. Then when I look down here, he updated his cover photo to this guy. What? And then down here we have, I hate this word. There's capital letters and lowercase letters mixed together. It really bothers me. But bad English joined with that is even worse. If we look at this photo, and we look at the comments on this photo, we can see Ethan Carter must be the person in here sharing a profile picture, right? Or a cover photo. Everybody's saying, sexy look. This is this weird language that I guess they use to get around filters or things like that. And Ethan's responding in a different language. So I'm going to say Ethan's fake, even though the Facebook guys didn't appreciate that I said that. I sent it back with links so they could look at Ethan more closely, and we'll see if they return anything good, you know. So let's look at Edna. Edna I had some fun looking at today. Edna looks like a darling little mom or grandma, you know, lives in Baltimore, has a really nice haircut here. I like that hair. That looks really cool. And then we can look at the groups. There's some Trump-related groups again. No surprise here. We've seen that time and again. But, yeah, there's more to Edna. I've actually made a note over here, too, of what kind of content that Edna has been sharing. This is it. Let Donald Trump know we are completely behind him, and may God give him the strength to continue his callings. Type amen. That's an engagement bait post, just designed to get people to engage. 27 shares, a whole bunch of amen comments, by a lot of people. So this is the kind of things that she's sharing. But let's take a look at her profile, and let's put it in that website here and take a look. If we put her profile in and check that one out, and we can see what groups she got into. There are quite a few groups for Edna Brown. Lots of places for her to interact, lots of places for her to capture people's attention and attempt to spread messages like the one we just saw. Then, here's this lovely little thing, comments and pictures that Sarah showed me. This is amazing. I can look at all the pictures that Edna Brown has commented on. And that looks like an interesting mix of pictures. Am I right? So, are you thinking that she's legit? I just don't know. Let's look at these comments. Let's see. We have Irfan, Muhammad, and Edna. Yeah, one of these things is not like the others. So it is pretty clear Edna is a fake. And so Edna's going to be reported, and we're going to try to take her down. Let's see what else we've got here. Emma Noah. Emma Noah. This one is fun. Emma's this lovely blonde here, I suppose. And let's see, photos. We'll go check her photos out. Yep. Cute blonde all over the place. Same blonde in the picture, so at least they're consistent. We can see likes, movies, TV shows, books, Ender's Game. Not bad. Let's see. Rowdy Republican. This is a warning sign to me. Rowdy Republican is a horrible page that probably pays a lot of these trolls to spread their information, to share their content. So, again, almost all Trump-related groups. This is part of the pattern. This is where they're going because a lot of people engage with those particular ideas and thoughts. And yes, Landon, I see you think she's an Aggie. I'll bet you that maybe not. That would be a bet I'd be willing to take, that she's not an Aggie. So yeah, we're gonna put her in this lovely little search engine here, and we're gonna look at her posts. Let's see what she posts. Emma Noah's post, oh, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Donald J. Trump, same post into all those pages, must be 6 or 7. Here's some other ones to some other groups. When they don't show up here, you can bet that if I click on it, it'll say attachment unavailable, so it won't be able to be shared, or it will have been taken down. Attachment unavailable. That's what happens in this search, it'll just make the post invisible. Then there's text in here, and you can scroll down and see how long a history she's got here of posting these things, and whether that changes, whether the posting changes over time. This one, the end of the results, it's March 17th. I don't know that that's the earliest post, but it's possible. It's pretty close. This could be a very new profile. We go up here and we look at places. I'll click on all places and see if there's any place that Emma Noah has visited. And we'll find out. Oh, wait. Where's this? Down bad? Let's take a look. Do you think it's near Detroit? Might it be outside of College Station? I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That looks like India. Oh, what do you know? Here's Mumbai. Austin, Texas. Sure. Yeah, I'm buying it. So all of these check-ins, you can see on the map, they're populating all over India. It's where this profile is from. I'm just saying. What happens typically, I find, is these guys will have their regular account, then they'll change it to be one of these blonde American women or just any American woman picture they can find, but they forget to go back and delete all their other things. So those things are still findable. If we look at comments on the pictures, we'll find these are the pictures that Emma Noah comments on. That's kind of interesting. Does that match, do you think? I mean, I'm not trying to be, racist, or I'm not trying to be telling people they should be, segregating by the way that they look or the places they come from, but that's just kind of interesting to me that that's where she's commenting. Don't you? And here, if we look at this photo, this is one of the ones. Let's look at all the comments from here. Gautam, Aftab, and Emma Noah. That's just strange. Look at that. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Emma Noah is fake, and we can be clear when we report Emma Noah that one, no, that's not real. And Facebook, I promise you, is going to tell me it's real when we start, or that refuse to remove it. So here's Samantha Alexander. She is darling and has some cute photos here, and sharing Trump posts on her wall. USA basketball. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Okay, I'm not going to make a comment about that. Let's see what else we've got here. Likes and groups. Are there any surprises about these groups? I don't think so. Not a bit of it. So Samantha Alexander was sharing this sort of stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, wait. No, this is a picture I found that Samantha Alexander might have commented on. Let's take a look. If we look down here, we've got Adil, Muhammad, different Muhammad, Malik, and Umar, and Samantha. That doesn't fit. 19 weeks ago, Samantha was commenting right here. So that's something. The name, the URL for the name is samkill12. Okay. I mean, you do whatever you want with your URL, but that's kind of odd. Here we go with posts from Samantha. Let's see what Samantha's putting out there. The Patriot Network, Trump Keep America Great 2020. A whole bunch of posts about Miller. And then another one of those attachment removed. Here's Sarah Huckabee post. Can you guess why Democrats don't want to do anything about voter fraud? That's another engagement bait post that she's posted 6-7 times maybe. How nice would it be if liberals stopped being hypocrites? On and on and on. We can scroll down for a while here and find the updating of the pictures where they were first established. And rowdy Republican. Oh, what a shock. Oh, let's see. I'd love to get into this comments and pictures tab. So this is so amazing that Sarah showed this to me. I have just been having so much fun with it. Because it's like busting these guys without even lifting a finger. Not a finger. See, this guy is the one we looked at already. And just scrolling through some of these pictures and trying to match them up with this girl. It's not happening. Another fake, I'm pretty sure. Just saying. So, that makes, what, 4 that we've looked at so far? And out of 4, I think I picked 4 that were definitely fake. Anna Woser. Now, this one is going to be fun. I have several links for this one. Anna looks like this. She's got long blonde hair. And you know what this said to me the minute I saw it? Does anybody guess where these photos come from? Do you think you can identify where they might have been found? Just if you're in comments and you get to this point, I'm going to just blabber here for a few minutes. Just take a look at these photos and see if you think you can figure out where they come from. Just any guess where you think that they might have been pulled from. Well, I will give you a hint. It's got to be a Russian-ish dating site. So, yeah. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and check. First of all, this photo. This is a photo I found that she had commented on, that Anna has decided was important to comment on. It's just a girl in some ripped jeans. Sonu, Adithi, Rohit, Deb, Shintu, Ajay, Suhel, and Anna. So these are the things that and OSM, I have learned, is short for awesome for people who are not very good at English. So that's a picture that she's engaged with. And then engaged with several comments. This is the kind of post that Anna is putting out there. Stephanopoulos calls Trump a liar. Sarah Huckabee leaves him stunned when she does this clickbait of the worst kind. And then Anna, of course, commenting here, trying to keep that thread going. Yeah, not buying it. But I've given you some time to guess where that picture comes from. Here we go. This is where I found it when I did a Google image search. Do you want to translate this page? Oh, you bet I do. You bet I do. Alina Kovalevskaya, a beautiful Ukrainian girl. Yes, you can date Alina, unless you figure out that she's really Anna. I just love it. I love it when I'm able to find those and have it come back, provably fake, provably stolen from someone else. So, one of the other things I meant to do was do the check-ins for Anna. Let's do that really quickly and stick them in the scanner here. We put them in this Facebook scanner, and this scrapes all the public information for that profile. It's not anything private, not anything hidden, just the things that are public. And again, you can look at all the photos that she's commented on, that profile is commented on. But let's look at places. What places could Anna have been to? Tuna City? Oh, where could that be? Do you think it's in California? Maybe? Oh, no, wait. It's near Mumbai. So there are all these different links. And when we zoom out, they're all in India. What about that? In Pakistan. something else. So I'm going to say Anna is probably a fake. Probably planted those kind of posts because they're paid. Whoever it is that's running the Anna Wurser account is paid to do that, paid to put that content in there. And I want to ask, and I want Facebook to answer, what do they think that profile is doing by seeding that content into those groups, into Trump groups? What do they think is happening there? I'd just like to know what they think about what's going on there. So here's Dominique Noel. Another one of the trends. Some of these fakes have two first names. Just, it's weird. Or one of the guys, I think it was John DeLeo, figured out that a lot of the fakes going around right now, woman's first name for a first name, man's first name for a last name. Strange, but true. So that is a trend that's going around. Dominique has a couple of photos, but only a couple. And they don't look like they're from the same person, I don't think. That's not a match. Let's see what else there are here. There's some interesting likes or things that they've engaged with. College girls, yeah. And some more likes here. And then groups. What do you know? Trump-related groups. It's just amazing. But here we go. Let's take that profile and let's look at what the scanner has to tell us. I love this scanner. This tool is amazing. Let's see. You put that in there, click that link. It should give us all kind of things. Let's look at posts. What is Dominique posting? A bunch of things to Trump groups. Here's Trump donating his paycheck, liberals in Denver coffee shop. Let's see, border post about Trump. And then look at this. Here's catch and release was instituted by Obama, clearly designed to give illegal immigrants a chance to escape. Why else would the government, bada, 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 from breakingusa.club. And it's Trump just announced 2 savage orders after 5-alarm crisis erupts at our border. There really isn't a crisis at the border right now. I'm just wanting to say that. But these guys really enjoy a good clickbait. But then look at this post. Dominique Noel to I hate Donald Trump. Pissed Texans at their border right now with insane surprise for a horde of invaders coming any day. Do you think that there would be a reason to post content in both pro and anti-Trump groups? It might be just for the traffic. I don't think anybody really engaged with this post. It was from April 4th. It didn't get a lot of interaction, and they probably judged that. But we can look in this group and search and see what else she has been doing in that group, if anything. Is that the only post she's made? It is. Probably because there was no engagement on it, they didn't continue. But yeah, that was some interesting posting history there. Let's go look at those pictures and see if there's anybody interesting that Dominique interacted with. There's only one photo. Well, that's kind of sad. This, I think, is the post that caught my eye about Dominique. It was just the Melania and Donald Trump's love email. All right. Okay. I don't need to be in all that, but whatever. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, yeah, and there's the picture. Let's look at the comments. Yes, it was the one picture that she's commented on. 92 comments on this post, so this is a heavily trafficked post. It may take us a minute to find Dominique, Manure. I'm not even going to try to say that name. Not even going to try it. Manure again, which sounds awful. I feel like a terrible person saying manure because I'm not saying what it sounds like I'm saying. It might be my Texas accent. So, Wafa, Jan, and then Dominique Noel posts this. Are you serious? Are you serious, Facebook? So we'll see if Facebook is smart enough to take this stuff down. Sometimes I just don't think so. I don't. And let's look at Angelina. This one is going to be fun. I should have saved it for last. So we have Angelina here. I'm going to put this out of the way. See more screen. All right. Works at Washington Wizards now. Washington Wizards. Sports teams. Works at sports teams is a big thing. Fakers love to work at sports teams, and they love to live in Texas City, Texas, or Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, or California City, California. It's just one of the parts of the pattern. Crazy, but true. So let's look at the photos for Angelina. This is the first thing I always check. Who's in the photos? Is it a consistent person over time? Yes, this one it is. But there aren't many of them, so it's a bare minimum. Just like somebody wanted to just put up a profile just enough, not really maintain a serious profile or a real one, just good enough to try to fool Facebook and fool people that they're interacting with. Pakistan-related pages and Trump-related groups. Again, this is so much a part of the pattern. We see it often. But when we go digging in Angelina Robert, oh, it gets delicious. Holobolo 088 is the URL. And sometimes they get kind of funny with their URLs, and I enjoy a good laugh like anybody else. But we'll see if this person is legit. Angelina Roberts spends time posting things into Trump-related groups. 7 more years of Trump, can I get an amen? Oh, okay. Are you proud to see Christianity back in the White House? And then here's the YouTube shooter. Rowdy Republicans. Again, all the warning bells going off with rowdy Republicans. Here's something posted to PTI Pack Tigers. I think that's probably Pakistan. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that that is Pakistan related. So we've looked at all these posts for their, what else we got? Comments on the pictures. Let's take a look. So quite a few. Yeah. Does that look like she'd be hanging with those people? Again, I'm not trying to say anything about, multiculturalism is bad or anything like that, but this is a surprisingly undiverse set of photos to have commented on, especially if you are this person who has got like a college education and some white people in your background here with you, but none of them do you comment on their photos. That's just bizarre. I'm just calling it like I see it. One of these photos that we were looking at here, the photos commented on, was this one from Saki Khan. And there's a nice big Pakistani flag in there, in that picture. That's cool. Wearing Pakistani flag colors. I think he's into sports in Pakistan. Pakistan has a rather robust sports culture. So let's look at these comments. Here's Saki, Zahir, Hayat, Muhammad, Ahmad, Baber, Ajmal, Asif, Muhammad, Saki again, Atasham, I guess, Salim, Saki again, Najif. I'm butchering these names. I feel horrible about it. Wasim. My tongue doesn't do them. Faisal doesn't do them very well. But I'm telling you, we're going to find an Angelina down here. Javed, Amir, Faiz, and Angelina Robert. Nice. Now, what happens is Angelina Robert replies, nice. And then Saki Khan, whose photo this is, says, thanks, Asan Ali. And when you hover over the name Asan Ali, check it out. there's Angelina Robert. We found out who Angelina Robert used to be before that radical surgery or whatever. So isn't that interesting? Using this tool, I was able to find actually Angelina Roberts' old ID. Because they didn't remember to go back and scrub. And how could they? All the places that Hassan Ali went and commented, he wouldn't remember to go back and delete all those comments. And he was apparently too lazy to make a new profile, so he just appropriated this girl for pictures and everything. Yeah. And again, I'm betting Facebook is going to have a big problem moving this. But I think I've reported it once, and they came back negative. In fact, we can run up here and check that real quick, because it's right in this section. Sorry, I know I'm making people dizzy. This section here. And did I put it here? Maybe not. Angelina Robert, there it is. Yes, they have shot me down once. So yes, we will actually be resubmitting. I did resubmit that, and that will go out. And we'll see if they come back with it being a little bit better. Victoria Koss. Now this was a fun one. Victoria is this cute blonde. Yep. And I don't know. Lots of cute photos. Not too much going on in this profile. Some likes that are sketchy. Let's see. In groups. Venezuela's in Miami. I've seen that one a lot. Jobs in USA, I have seen quite a bit, and I think they are fakery related. And then some Trump related groups. So Khalid Mahmood is the name in the URL link. That's not fishy at all. My name is Victoria. The first nickname I'm going for is Khalid. I'm just saying. So we'll go put this back in the tool here, the search tool. Go put that link in, and we can see the posts that Victoria has been making. Let's see. Here's Meghan Markle. Oh my gosh, the fake Meghan Markle posts are driving me up the wall. It's driving me crazy. I don't care. When we get down a little further last fall, here's Victoria posting in Youngistan in what looks like Arabic to me. I can't be sure. I'm not really good at that, but posting in Youngistan group. I don't think you're going to find a whole bunch of white blonde women in a group called Youngistan. But here she is. Amazing. So we've looked at those posts. Let's look at places. Are there any places that she's visited that are suspicious? What? Karachi? How could that be? And India and Lahore? What? Are you serious here? This is something else. All these check-ins in and around Pakistan and India. How does that happen? She sure is a jet setter, isn't she? Now, comments and pictures. What do we got? A bunch of not white people. I'm not complaining. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's a little bit odd. And this is a trend too. A lot of these photos, people with slit wrists and images like that in their profiles as well that they've commented on. I don't know what that's about, but that's a thing. So here is one of the photos that Victoria has commented on. Let's take a look here. Walid, Abdullah, Wakas, Arif. Oh, wait. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Oh, this is for Sheila Shaver. That's the next one. We'll come back to Sheila Shaver. I don't want to get too much into Sheila Shaver. Victoria is this one. What was I looking at here? This is the one that Victoria has commented on. Yeah, okay. right there in whatever language we're looking at here. And right here. So, yeah, nice little conversation here with Victoria. I'm saying Victoria is probably fake. That's just a wild guess here that she's fake. Just okay, Sheila. We were just talking about Sheila because I got ahead of myself. Sheila is pretty nondescript, not flashy, not one of these selfie takers all the time. Just has a few photos, some New York sports teams. In fact, just about every sports team from New York, including the New York Football Jets, JD. I think that's all of them. If there's any that they're missing, I don't know what they are. Then, likes for New York dolls, New York voices. It looks like they just searched on New York things and liked them all. That's just funny. Movies. I love New York. King of New York. Gangs of New York. Are you seeing a trend here? News shows. Likes. Trump-related likes. Trump-related groups. A whole bunch of Trump-related groups. Again, just like we figured. So we can look at Sheila's profile, put her in the little handy tool here. Really, if you want to know how to use this tool, holler at me. I would be glad to share. It's just stalkscan.com. Make sure you spell it right because I didn't the first time I tried it. Sounds weird, but it's a great tool. And Sheila is serving up a bunch of things into Trump-related groups. Now, at least it's not the same one over and over, it looks like. And it's only a few. And it's only since, this week maybe? So she's probably a brand new fake. That's okay. So let's see if there's any places that Sheila went to that maybe she shouldn't ought to be. Nope, the check-in is going to say, what else? New York. Yeah, they are really working that check-in thing hard on this one. New York everything. And then that link I had here about Sheila. Which one was it? This one, I think, was first. Sidra Khan. This is an interesting photo. Take a look at this photo. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm rather uncomfortable about it. I'm just gonna say that does not look like a photo that makes me feel really warm and fuzzy. Mahmoud, Arshan, Misbah again, Haroon, and Sheila. One of these things is not like the others. I'm just saying. That's the first photo. And then we have this other one of Sheila commenting on Zanib's photo. That is a cute color green. I like that. I wish I looked good in that green. And Kumar, Soheb, Gul, Raja, Abdullah, Walid, and Wakas, and Habib, and Sheila. Really. 2 years ago, Sheila was somebody else. And I bet if I looked at those tags, I might be able to find Sheila being tagged somewhere else by name. Let's see if there's one with only a few people tagged in it. 31, 8 others. Let's try this one. This one ended up tagging Sheila there. Maybe it's only in comments that those names stick. When you type their name in comments, it sticks. But anyway, we are pretty sure that Sheila is big fat phony fake. So, yeah, no question there for me. Betty Pearson. Oh, looks like she's got a nice little family, cute little kids. Let's see about the photos. Just a bunch of photos of the same folks. That's at least consistent. And some Trump-related groups. A whole bunch of Trump-related groups. Wow. A new group, Cause We Are Americans, has been popping up today in my radar. So I'm going to be checking that one out. I haven't seen it much before. It might be a new invention where somebody can share some new fakery. Let's look at the posts for Betty. Betty, let's see, there's not a whole lot of political stuff there, and then there is. So, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Do you still feel Trump was the right choice for president? President Trump knows what's best for America. Comment yes if you believe he is the right choice for America. Oh, that's a mouthful. A whole bunch of engagement bait like that. And then Stormy Daniels, Melania. Melania is the best first lady Americans ever had. Comment yes if you agree. More engagement bait. David Hogg, one of the better engagement bait. Yeah, so Betty is out there putting out some content. Let's look at places. Did Betty go anywhere that she shouldn't have been? Karachi, Pakistan. What are the odds, really, y'all? Did you think that Betty would have been spending any time in Karachi? I just don't know. Really, that's where the check-ins are. Seriously, that's something else. Anyway, so let's look at what else Betty's got in terms of pictures. What has Betty been commenting on? This stuff. Lots of this stuff. And sometimes they're simple. It's just like, which picture of me do you like better? 1, 2, or 3? I can tell that what that question is without even looking. But this is the stuff that Betty's insistent upon commenting on. And I've got a link here. Oh, here's the post that caught my attention about Betty. This is how I found Betty was a fake. Here she is. President Trump is a man of words. He does what he says. Comment yes if you support him. Stunned at what Alabama players just did to him in the Oval Office. Never done before. Whatever. Yeah, just looking at that, I was like pretty sure that was a fake. And then when we look here on this, one of the pictures that she was commenting on is this woman who's got like what looks like an IV drip in her hand. I hate it when it does this. Got an IV drip in her hand. Looks like that there's very little context here. Really nice dress though. She's got a lot of nice sheer little. I don't want that. I want top comments. Unfiltered. Sorry. Nice sheer sleeves and everything. That's really cool. Gala, Sabia, Akhtar, Saif, Nawaz, Tariq, Munir, Imran, Saeed. I'm not even going to try. Waqas, Usman, Jan, Farman, and Behram, Habib, Muhammad, Rasul, Lasani, Abdul, Nadar, Salim. Come on, it's coming. Abdul, Muhammad, Zahur, Yusuf, Zahur, Saif, Betty Pearson. Seriously? Seriously? Yeah, no. Sarah's right. Sarah says that everyone thinks it's just Russians and Facebook took care of that. No, Facebook did not take care of this. Facebook is hiding their head in the sand. They have quibbled about a few Russian bots. They say they've taken them offline. Sarah and I have a surprise for you next week, by the way. More on that later. But there are fakers from all kinds of countries. I've seen them from the Philippines. I've seen them from India, Pakistan. This particular batch is mostly coming from India and Pakistan right now. I've seen them from Macedonia, places like that. They're from all over the place. And while everybody's looking at Russian bots and whatever, all this other fakery is going on. And nobody's paying attention to it. So Emma Liam, that's the first name, girl's name, last name, boy's name pattern here, is sharing things about Tom Selleck, a fake story about Tom Selleck. That's always a tip-off to me that this is probably a fake or someone who's been fooled very badly. These are Emma Liam's photos, and then they go into these photos. Okay. I mean, really? You're not even going to clean up your photos so that you can pretend to be somebody else? Islamabad United team, Really? Movies, apps, games, likes, and no groups to show. This is the first profile that I haven't been able to see the groups in. That's interesting. So Ema here is going into the little tool. We're going to take a little look at Ema. I'm just saying. This is just stunning and fun. Seriously, there's so much fun. Here is the post, by the way, that got my attention from Ema. It was the United Americans elected Donald Trump, and all 9 just found dead. This is huge. This is one of those stories we have debunked quite a while ago. And people don't even really click on it. I don't know why this is still a thing. They just kind of read the headline and interact with the headline. But whatever. That's the post. When I see a young girl who looks maybe in her teens actually sharing content like this, something's up. There's a remarkable amount of young white women that are actually, Pakistani men. But I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to say. So this Soros post into Trump-related groups, a Pelosi to resign post, which is total BS, into Trump-related groups. That was just this week. We're completely behind Trump. Type go if he has your endless support. Well, okay. And more of those posts again to more groups. This might even go on for a while, but I think this is a relatively new profile. I think it's only been started in the past couple of months. Oh, I could be wrong. Oh, looky here. Ema Liam added a new photo. It's these photos. We saw those before. Hilarious. I'm just saying. What does Ema Liam comment on? Ema Liam comments on these photos. That's odd. Where does a young white American teenager who lives in Washington Heights, Maryland, and studied at George Washington University, where does she come across these people to comment on? Some weird interest group, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But she likes maybe this is her type. Maybe, South Asian, dark-haired, glasses-wearing, mustached men are her type. I don't know. I'm just tossing that out there. That might be a thing. So when we look further into her stuff, the link that I picked up was this picture. Usually they comment on a few pictures that don't have a ton of comments, but I've had to sift sometimes through 3,000 comments just to find the place where the person actually commented. That drives me crazy. So here we have Altaf Balach and Ema Liam. Really? There you go. So I'm not buying that Ema Liam is an American teenage girl. Let's look at the check-ins. What do you want to bet it's Australia? It's London. Oh, no. I was wrong. Karachi, Pakistan. Oh, boy. There are so many check-ins, and where are they all? In Pakistan. I don't know how to make it any clearer to Facebook. And what I do when I start reporting them now, I'll report a profile. And when I do so, I'll get back the message. And actually, I'm just going to go to my inbox and show you what they look like. Jonah Anderson, this review came in just a few minutes ago. Jonah Anderson, you anonymously reported Jonah Anderson for pretending to be someone they're not. You can block Jonah. And then down here, feedback. How was this experience? Really, really bad. And I get this text box. And when I'm ready to fill it out, I can put all the information about Jonah up here that I had maybe captured, if I can figure out which one it is. Is that it here? Yeah, Jonah Anderson here. I've got a link here already that I checked to see what it was that they were commenting on. Or yeah, I got the link wrong. But I've got a link here. I know where to go back to look for it. And I'll put the photos there, the link to that. I'll put the links like where they commented, links like the places they visited. I'll pull all those things together and put them in that comment box and send it back. And I did that tonight before the show. I did maybe 20 of them, 22, something like that I double checked. And I know this is making me dizzy. Brianna Jack, like I said, Brianna Jack, click on that one now from that link. Content isn't available. Now, they didn't say it's gone. They just said it's not available. But they told me they removed the profile. So, yeah, it happens. Sometimes, again, it just takes time to get those things done. So all of those will be reported again, and you'll be able to see when I update you, you'll be able to see how many of them got removed. So this tool that Sarah showed me, stalkscan.com, again, it's not invading anybody's privacy. It's just making things easier to find under these categories. I can look at the places that the person is tagged, whether it's pictures, video, or posts. I can find out down here under places where they've checked in. I can look at the groups they belong to. I can look at the videos they're in or the pictures and the posts in their profiles. I can, if there's any actual family that's tagged, this is something I haven't explored, but a lot of people in some of these areas might have folks that still tag them as themselves, and you might be able to locate who their family is. But the best prize of all is that comments on the pictures, because you can see the kind of places that they go, the kind of people that they're commenting with. And it's just hilarious to see that much. I wanted to give one little, heads up about next week. And I'll tell you the story of how this happened. Sarah and I had been talking about these tools and how to get better at removing fakes and proving that they are, and trying to wake Facebook up. And then in looking at my general rounds of checking for fake profiles, because I keep trying to help the Facebook algorithms learn, I found a weird post from a woman. It looked like text from the article that she was sharing was used for her share above the article. Then it showed the article, and then underneath there were some weird comments that were disconnected. Completely disconnected. When I say disconnected, I mean they had nothing to do with the story. And I went through her posts. It was over and over. Every post was like this. And when I showed it to the people in the Unfakery team, I just posted it there and wanted to bookmark it and said, this is the weirdest thing I think I've seen today. And then Sarah took the bit in her mouth and ran with it. And she tracked down something like 113 fakes that were connected. And when I say fakes, I'm not talking about what we're talking about today, where it's some person that switched identities halfway through their Facebook career. I'm talking about probable bots. And there's no other explanation I can think of. There's smarter people that have been on these things that might take a look at it between now and next week. But I think what we're going to try to do next week for the next troll hunt is just try, instead of doing that, to walk you through what we saw and what we determined. We're still going to play around with the best way to make it visible and understandable to people, because it's a mess right now in the spreadsheets we're using to track it. But if we can clean it up and get it sorted out right, I think we'll be able to show you a brand new to us bot nest. And again, we'll get some people to consult on that and see if they can do some deeper digging than we're technically able to. And we'll try to show all of you that next week. I think it's going to be vastly entertaining. Hopefully you learned a lot today, or at least were amused at all the stuff that we got to see, all these fake profiles. I think that was 11. The final one I didn't get to show you because sadly, I shouldn't say sadly. I had reported Layla Dillon here, and then when I went to check it out, Layla Dillon's not available right now. So Facebook might be removing that one. Not sure, but that's always a good thing to see. Again, thank you guys for joining the troll hunt. I am so pleased that we've been able to at least educate a few people, give them better tools, show people that there are still fakes. The most important work that I think we're doing is building enough skepticism and enough of a base of support to show people that there are still rampant fakes all over Facebook and they need to be dealt with. And Facebook needs to get better at it. If I can find this stuff untrained in just a few months, Facebook has machines that can do this in lightning speed. Wouldn't take them all day to go through a few dozen profiles like it does me. So you can help us with that mission, help Facebook get better by sharing the content that we make, sharing the live troll hunt, sharing the videos that we've got on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page. You can tell your friends about Unfakery, like it, pass it on to people, especially people you know who might need a little help discerning what fakery is on the internet. Maybe they're not used to being skeptical, and you can help build that skill into them. So you can share that content with people specifically that need it. If you find fakery that we've addressed, you can go and post it, post our post on that page where the fakery is to help people get better. You can, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you're getting content there as well. And make sure you're following on Twitter if you have a Twitter account. There are a lot of ways to get the word out, but we've just this week passed 1,000 likes on Facebook. That was a huge milestone for us. We've got to spread it further. We've got to get more people that are checking the content and building that skepticism into people. I keep bringing up this point because I see a lot of research and papers and lots of long treatises on how bad fake news is, what it's doing to the country, all the things, everybody's woe is me, woe is us about how bad fake news is. But I don't see people building tools to help folks get better at discerning it. And that's our niche. That's what we want to do. As always, if you ever have questions, hit us up on the Unfakery page and let us know what we can help with. If you have stuff you want us to check out, we'll be glad to do that too. Get requests for that all the time. Never too busy to do some checking. It may take a day or so to turn something around, but we'll check into it, whatever it is. So thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Hopefully we will have we'll have our excrement in order next week and be able to show you all the new fun, exciting botnets nest that we found, and it should be very highly amusing. So thanks so much for joining. Thanks for being a part of Unfakery, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much.